Good morning from Chicago, Illinois, also known as the Windy City. And it's a beautiful morning here. It's Saturday, May 10th. And I know the date today because that is my my younger brother's wedding here. He's getting married over at the Palmer House Hotel. So I came in a couple days ago, and yesterday I spent the day working, and tomorrow morning I'm flying out real early. So I'm going to try to do Chicago in a day, and I'm not going to think that I can get the whole city in a day by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm going to do just a walk through the city, maybe catch a cab here or there, or maybe catch a bus or a train or whatever they have to get you around here in Chicago. But I've heard a lot of good things about Chicago, and I have been really anxious to come here. So I'm going to just go on my smartphone and type in, top Chicago tourist attractions, and go find my way around. I think there's a big funny sculpture or something that I'm supposed to do a selfie in front of, I think. So I'm going to see if I can't find that. And then the other night I was watching the evening news, and in doing so, they had this story about this new exhibit opening up, or attraction opening up here in Chicago at this building right behind me. It's called TILT, T-I-L-T. And this is the John Hancock Center, and I'm going to go up to the John Hancock Observatory. It's called 360 Chicago. And the John Hancock Center is one of the tallest buildings here in Chicago. And this attraction that just opened up, if I could describe it adequately, there are these glass panels in the wall, if you will, the windows. So basically, you stand in a window and you hold on to these, bars, if you will, and the whole side of the building tilts out at a I don't know what degree angle. I think it's 30-degree angle, and gives you a really nice view looking down. So I have some people holding my spot in line, and I'm going to go back inside. It's about 8:30. They open up at 9, and lucky for me, there's only about 6 or 7 people waiting in line. And today is the first day that this attraction opens to the public, so I'm going to be one of the first to enjoy this experience and share it with you in the process. There you see, right in front of the John Hancock Center is the sign for the John Hancock Observatory. And it's now 360chicago.com. You could go and take a look at this, but before you go taking a look at that online, I'm going to just show you the view looking up and up and up and up and up and up and up. So there is the view of the John Hancock Center in Chicago from the perspective of my little handy cam. And somewhere up there is a glass panel that's going to tilt out of the building, and I'm going to be standing in it. And so are you, as a matter of fact. So let's go find my way back into line there. There's some people that are kindly saving my spot, and I don't want to lose that. Okay, so I found my way here to the elevator, and I'm going inside, and this is 100 stories high. And as the lovely lady was just telling me that works here, it takes about, the ride up is very, very quick. She said it goes 20 miles an hour. So 20 miles an hour, 100 stories. Each story is, about 10 feet? Todd, you can do the math on that one, okay? So we'll see, we're going to get up to the top and hopefully do the tilt experience. I'm really hoping to do the tilt experience because maybe I'll be one of the very first people in the city of Chicago to do this new attraction. So we're on our way up to the, I don't know if we're going to the 100th floor. Maybe we're going to the 97th or something like that, but it should be a nice view nonetheless.
Here and choose too if I thought ahead. Good idea, right?
Thank you very much. Okay, so we've arrived at the Sky Tower. I think this isn't the Sky Tower. The Sky Tower is actually in Auckland, New Zealand, where I was just a little while ago. So here's the view Never been to Chicago. Look at that. Nice. Maybe I can give you a view down there. You go. So let's find this tilt experience. This is the view from the west side of the observation tower here at the John Hancock Observation Center. And that would be the west side of Chicago, obviously. Quite an impressive view. And the weather today is really nice. It's probably in the mid-70s, not humid. And going to make for a wonderful day of some sightseeing here in Chicago. There's a nice view of another building. That gives you some perspective as to how high this building is when you look down at that building. Quite interesting. Definitely good YouTube. It's a view from the north side of the tower here, and you can see the lake there with the beaches going along the lake. The lake actually looks relatively clean, having grown up in Lake Erie, not too far from here. There was always a discussion of how clean the lake was. I see a swimming pool on top of a building right there. I don't know if anybody's doing some morning laps or not. Nobody's in the pool. But Chicago's got a nice skyline, but I think I'll take Sydney over the Windy City.
Yep, I'm Paxton.
All right, this is the attraction that brought me to the John Hancock Center. This is called the Tilt, and you can see these people coming in. They do this in groups of 8, and it costs $5 for the experience. So you come in here and they're going to take everybody's picture standing there. I actually did this already. I did it just a short while ago, and I wasn't able to take my camera in, so I thought I'd come and give you a view of these folks doing it here. It was a interesting experience. It tilts out about 30 degrees. They have a hydraulic lift that you can see right here. So the hydraulic lift will push you out, and they take you out in increments of about 10 degrees, I think. So you can see them tilting out there right now. Probably hear an ooh and ah here in just a moment. So they'll hold them at that position, and then they'll tilt it out even a little bit further, as they're doing right now. And then they'll even go out just a little bit further. This woman here seems like she's having a bit of a struggle while her husband's just enjoying the view. I should tell them to go look at my YouTube channel, and I'll be able to see them doing the tilt here in Chicago. So they'll bring it back in here now. There you go. Looks like they enjoyed it. You are looking down the Magnificent Mile, which I think is what this tourist attraction is called. This is Michigan Avenue here in Chicago, and I looked on TripAdvisor, and this is one of the must-do experiences here in Chicago. And I believe it's called the Magnificent Mile, and it's I guess it's a mile of various stores and restaurants, and I'm sure bars and pubs and all other types of stuff. So I'm going to walk down the Magnificent Mile. I keep wanting to say the Royal Mile, thinking I'm in Edinburgh, Scotland, you know, with the Royal Mile. But this is the Magnificent Mile. So let's go see how magnificent it is. Continuing up the Magnificent Mile, I come across this building, and it's interesting contrast to the large building behind it. This is, I'm over by the Chicago Visitor Information Center, and I'm not sure if that building is part of the Information Center or not, but kind of a nice looking building there, and kind of reminds me of a building in the town of Tallinn, Estonia. As you come into the gates of the old town, there's a building that looks very similar to that. They've got some, looks like some Jesus lovers here in Chicago as well. Jesus gives eternal life, John 10:28. Yes, he does. All right, as I'm walking along, you can't help but to appreciate the beauty of all these flowers that they have along the Magnificent Mile. Just really a beautiful sight to behold as you're walking along doing window shopping on one side of the sidewalk and looking to the right, and you see these beautiful flowers here. And that would be the Trump Tower. I thought maybe it was the Sears Tower, but a local here informed me that that is the Trump Tower, the next president of the United States, Donald Trump. No, I don't know if he's going to be the next president, but maybe. You're looking at Jack Brickhouse, Hall of Fame broadcaster, 1917 to 1998, inducted into the media wing of the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. And he broadcasted for the Chicago Cubs for 40 years, and the White Sox for 27, and the Chicago Bears for 24 years, and the first TV voice for the Chicago Bulls. So they've got a nice statue of Jack here. And then right behind him is a building, I think that is the Chicago Tribune, the big newspaper here. Quite impressive, all of the various buildings that I see here. My brothers and my father went on an architecture tour yesterday, and here is another interesting building. You'll see the Trump Tower up behind this other building. Forgive me for not knowing the name, but give you a nice view of that building as well. You can see the bright blue sky. It's a beautiful day for a wedding, although I've heard that it's good luck if it rains on your wedding day, and I don't think there's going to be any rain today. But also here is I keep seeing these tour buses coming through here, and I'm thinking to myself that given the fact that I only had a day, I should have maybe taken one of these tour buses. So maybe the next time I pass through Chicago, I'll think to get on a tour bus and see all the major sites that way. And I found my way down to the canal, and you can see there's a couple other options that I could do if I don't want to do the bus. One would be to do the shoreline sightseeing on the Voyager. And it reminds me of the Budapest tour boats going up and down the Duna. Or instead of buying that house down in Fort Myers, maybe I could buy one of those. And then, of course, there is the tour by kayak. So that would be an interesting way to see the city for sure. You see the gentleman there, he's got a little loudspeaker on his kayak there. And everybody's just paddling along, getting a tour of the city via the canal. Okay, I promise this is the last view of the Trump Tower here in downtown Chicago. Much nicer view from here on the bridge over the canal. So no more views of the Trump Tower. I think it'd be fun to walk around and ask the locals if they could direct me to the Obama building or the Obama Tower. I don't think that there would be. I don't think there is an Obama Tower in Chicago, and hopefully there'll never be an Obama Tower. not only in Chicago but anywhere. Alright, I found my way to the Millennium Park, and this is one of the big attractions here in Chicago. You can see on the lower left, that's where I'm standing right now. You are here. And they have a real famous jelly bean sculpture. It's the Cloud Gate sculpture on AT&T Plaza. So I'm going to go and get my picture in front of that sculpture. I guess that's what everybody does when they come to Chicago. So I'd say beautiful park. I was actually walking through here last night and I didn't even know it. Coming back from dinner, and they have it's called the Funny Face Fountain, which I'll show you in just a moment. So this is Wrigley Square, and that would be after I guess the Wrigley gum, I believe, originated here in Chicago. Wrigley Field, etc. Alright, for all you architecture fans, there's an interesting looking building as I stand here at the entrance to Chase Promenade here in Millennium Park. And really looks like a nice place. And you're going to see the what everybody calls the jelly bean sculpture here in just a moment. There it is. There is the jelly bean sculpture. And that's something. I've seen so many pictures of that online, etc. You know, you get your picture in front of the jelly bean sculpture. So there it is. Look at that. Wow. It's really something to look at the reflection. You know, you see pictures of it, but to actually walk up to it, such as I'm doing right now, and see the wonderful reflection, it's just really something else. Look at that. Isn't that something? Well, I guess you could probably see myself. There I am. Look at that. There I am in my own reflection, holding my holding my sport jacket from Macy's that I got for the wedding tonight. So let's walk around this fantastic sculpture, and I'm definitely going to get a nice picture in front of this. I've got a profile on Match.com. I don't need to say that's a dating website. I think everybody knows what Match.com is, and my screen name on that is Mr. Carry On. Mr. Carry On. That's what I'm known as on Match.com. So, any single ladies out there on Match, check out my profile and let me know what you think. This is really cool. I didn't anticipate how fantastic that reflection would be. That is really something else. I'm gonna have to go get my brother and bring him back here and do a nice picture in front of this. Wow. Let's go walk inside. Look at this. Oh, wow. There you go. What a view. I'm up there somewhere. Let's see. There I am. I think. Is that me? All right, this is definitely some good YouTube. Come back out. Couldn't have asked for a nicer day. No humidity, nice breeze. Temperature is probably in the mid-70s. Give a shout out to my mom, an early Early Mother's Day wish, Mom. I love you. Sorry you couldn't make it to Chicago. All right, finishing a close second behind the jelly bean sculpture. I don't know if it's a close second. It's probably first, but the Art Institute of Chicago is what you're looking at right here, and time won't allow me to go into it, but this is probably the most visited tourist attraction in the city of Chicago, the Art Institute of Chicago, and I'd be curious to know what types of works of art are in there. Maybe one of you YouTube subscribers out there could Google that for me and write a little comment as to what people will see inside the Art Institute of Chicago. Okay, I couldn't think of a better way to end this short visit here to Chicago than to bring you to the Crown Fountains here in Millennium Park. And I walked past this last night and I was quite impressed because on the inside of each of these fountains they'll have a face that'll come up, somebody's face, I don't know, and the face is just kind of looking at you, so to speak. So it's broad daylight. I don't know how well we'll be able to see a face, but I'm going to walk you through the fountain area, and as I do, you're going to see just dozens and dozens of little children that are just having a wonderful time here in the fountain. Kind of makes me want to kick off my shoes and step on inside. There's a face you can see up there on that fountain there, and they'll have a face up there anywhere from several minutes, I think, a few minutes to several minutes. They'll have a face showing up on the fountain. There's a young, looks like a young boy on the fountain there. I don't know how they get those faces up there. Who knows? But look at all the kids having a great time here. And the faces that they put up there, somebody told me they were funny faces, but not necessarily. There's a face of a woman, and she doesn't look too happy. I don't know if you can make that out on the video. Actually, looks rather sad. To be a child again, huh? The innocence of a child. Probably one of the more beautiful things in the world. So, goodbye from the Windy City.